What's going on, everyone? Justin here with Trading Cards and More with another video. Hopefully you guys are having a good weekend. Yeah, decided to do another video here real quick. If you guys missed my last video earlier, I did a mail day video, got a bunch of cards in. Particularly, I got some Pikachu promo cards from Japan. This was kind of a crazy situation. I ordered five of these. These are newer cards. These are from 2019. And I ordered some older ones. The soccer Adidas one is from 2014, and then this really cool one is from 2009. But these were multiple quantity listings. I kind of read the description and everything. In the comments, it said mint in like mint. There's kind of a language barrier there with with ordering stuff from Japan or whatnot, but looking at the photos and everything, decided to go with these. Unfortunately, some of these were damaged, like this one right here, and these were like $50 a piece. My total order was $550 shipped. You can see a crease there. I mean, just completely worn. Even that corner's got a lot of wear. So I was expecting these to be in better shape. So I don't normally do this, but I did decide just to try to go ahead and return all these cards because I spent a lot of money, and it wasn't like one or two cards had issues. It was like almost every card. This one had a crease. I mean, when you go from a card being like near mint or whatever and you have a complete crease in the card, it's like completely not even grade worthy at that point. The third one actually was in good shape. I was actually happy with that one. I only noticed a very, very tiny scratch on it. Cardboard Carolina, what's going on? And AB Cards. Key Brian Hayes, 2018 Bowman, Baby Blue to $4.99. Very cool. The other ones are these football ones. And the other thing was these were kind of tough to fit into these top loaders because they go from the side. But lots and lots of just like almost like somebody like took and scratched the card really bad. And then the other two Adidas ones actually were bent. Once again, I don't know if when they were putting it in there, it just kind of like, but you can see, might be hard to tell. Actually, it's just this corner here. See when I flash it with the light right here? It's creased. You can see it, the crease right there in the corner. So just completely in rough shape. And these were not cheap. These were like $40, $50 cards each. And this corner here, once again, you can see like indentations on the card, scratches. I mean, these were pretty rough. I mean, you can see, trying to catch it with the light, shit, like edging wear on the back. There's more damage on the back. So these are not even close to what I was assuming they were based on the listing. And then I looked at the 2019 ones, and usually when I order like these from Japan, they pretty much get them, like tons of them, and they sleeve them up and you get them in the mail, and more than half of them are gradable, and these just didn't look like they really kept them very well. I think there was one even that had some damage along the bottom. I'm not sure, but mostly it was these higher dollar ones. These were like $20 to $30 a piece, but nice cards. So nonetheless, I put in a return for the cards, and the seller was apologetic. They offered me half of my money back, and I said I would rather just send them all back, because even getting half my money back, I still felt like I was kind of out some money. So they said, no worries, we'll just go ahead and send you the rest of your money back. So they gave me a complete refund of $550 and just told me to keep all the cards, which is like pretty insane. That kind of stuff just wouldn't happen in America. I mean, I've been doing eBay for almost 20 years now, and I've had issues with sellers, or I bought something from somebody, and almost seems like it doesn't fail that the seller just wants to argue with you about the card. I got a Charizard the other day. I paid up for it, and I got it in the mail. And this isn't the card, but it had just damage on the card, and it wasn't It wasn't in mint condition. It was all scratched up and everything. Um, and I told them about it, and they just wanted to argue with me about it and didn't want to let me return it. So then they went ahead and allowed eBay to step in, and eBay just said for me to return the card, which I already knew was going to happen from the start. But they could have saved themselves that whole headache of just allowing me to just send the card back. Instead, they just wanted to be right about it, and that's unfortunately kind of the what you deal with on eBay for the most part. But this just goes to show you the difference in culture. People from Japan are awesome. They're awesome to deal with, and anytime you have any kind of issue, they're gonna take care of it for you. From what I've experienced, I buy the thing with these Japan promos. They're just easier to buy them from Japan because they're obviously they're made in Japan, and they're exclusive. You know, there are sellers that'll buy them in America and then sell them straight out of America. But I'm looking for brand new cards, stuff that I can grade, and you're more likely to get something from Japan because for them to grade it like PSA, they'd have to ship it to America and do the whole process, and a lot of them don't bother with that. They just sell the cards off as they are. That they're making money on the cards anyways. So yeah, it's just crazy how there's just difference in society and culture, and something that we just take advantage of. So many people in their daily lives that are just waiting to snap on somebody or be rude with somebody when there's just really no need for it. Hamid, what's going on, Hamid? But yeah, it kind of blew me away, and I had to kind of take a step back because like I said, I've dealt with some bad people. I mean, if you guys remember back in the summer, I bought the Michael Jordan promotional rookie card. I actually have one of those at PSA right now, but the guy sent me a fake card, and after I opened it up and looked at it, it was so obviously fake, and they just wanted to argue with me, and it took me like over a month to get the card back to them. Um, Before I could even get my refund, it was like this long drawn out. It was actually more like 6 weeks. It was really long, drawn out. The seller was rude. It was just this big headache, and it's kind of a breath of fresh air when you deal with somebody that you know they can see things from the buyer's perspective, and they don't have such a big head to oh, I'm gonna lose money on, like, people literally, oh man, I'm gonna lose $5 from the shipping on this, blah blah blah. It's like they just don't want to be wrong. They want to like screw you over in any way they can, and then you deal with nice people. There are good people out there. Very very rarely have returns on eBay. I've been selling on there for almost 20 years. I actually just had a return today. Guy bought a card for me, a graded card for like $60. He said he regrets spending so much money on a card that was the player in their college uniform or whatever, and said he's going to send it back. And I went ahead and allowed him to just send the card back. Of course, I do allow returns. There are sellers that just say they don't allow returns at all, and I would say a few times a year at most, I will get somebody that just like they bought the card and they're like, oh crap, I need to pay my rent. You know what I mean? Like, people are buying trading cards when they should be focusing on other things, but I can't really tell anybody how to spend their money. Um, but yeah, I had that happen once with the Charizard. It was like $400, and they thought it was a stamped one, and it wasn't. And they just bought it, and were like, "Oh, I'm just gonna send it back." And so I gave them their $400 back or whatever. But it does suck, but it's just very very rare for me, especially just the way I sell stuff. Vast majority of stuff I sell now is graded cards, and it's all cut and dry. And unless somebody buys something and just completely goes, "Oh crap, I shouldn't have spent that money," and then they want to send it back. That's the only thing, and I'll have no problem just selling it again to somebody else. So it sucks, but yeah, I've been very fortunate, especially in the last year or two. I try to stay away from stuff that you sell and then something issue with it, or the buyer tries to screw you, and then you gotta get the item back and send them all their money back and all that stuff. So I've been pretty fortunate, but you know I'm good to people because I want the same kind of hospitality from people that I buy from and what have you. So it just goes to show, karma, it comes and it goes depending on how you go about your business. But yeah, I'll end up going through these cards. There's probably a few in here that are actually kind of gradable. Definitely the football ones were not. But I can still sell those off because they told me to just keep cards, discard them, whatever you want to do with them. So I'll gladly take these cards and I'll still make some money on them. I mean, one of these actually did look kind of mint. The ones that are obviously got some wear, I won't get the amount of money that I initially paid for the cards, obviously, because they have some wear. But since I got them all for free, I'll be able to make some money off of these. That's pretty awesome that they just said to just keep all the cards. Yeah. If you ever get cards from Japan, they have these top loaders that they load from the side, which is great. But you can see it doesn't even barely even fit in there because of the sleeve. This pretty much have to put a card with no sleeve or a card that has like a sleeve that is like a perfect fit sleeve where it doesn't go above the top, because you can see like a regular sleeve, it doesn't fit in there like it. I'll show you guys here. So that was like kind of the problems they're using these things. I don't know, kind of weird, but that's all I got for today. I am working on a PSA submission. It's going to be all ultra modern baseball, basketball. That will be going out possibly tomorrow. I pretty much got it all ready to go. I think it's 450 cards or more, somewhere in that range. And then obviously my Pokemon cards. I have about 100 cards now already for PSA, but I'm not going to send those in for another month. So I'm going to work on that submission. Hopefully I have 200, 300 cards, something like that, and get those out the door next month. The nice thing about Pokemon is you don't got to worry about the cards fluctuating so much up and down. With sports cards, it's very volatile. Generally speaking, with these Pokemon cards, they just tend to go up over time. And some of them have been seeing some very big increases this year, to where I've made like some crazy amounts of money. So that's kind of what I've been focusing my attention for right now. The baseball card and basketball card market is kind of down, if you guys have noticed. Also, it's the off season. There's definitely going to be some opportunity to pick up some good cards. I'll probably do that in the next 3-4 months, whatever. But my main focus right now is just getting some good Pokemon cards because, the market went pretty crazy here in 2020. And there's just a lot of cards I want for my collection. I don't want to miss out on them. And there's a lot of opportunity to just make really good money. For instance, like a card like this, you get it for like 20, 30 bucks. You grade it, 10 bucks to grade it. Then you sell it for 150, or whatever. And you're making good money, and it's, pretty easy to do. But yeah, other than that, I think that's all I have for today. Just want to come on video because I thought this was pretty insane, that I got all these cards and they just said to keep them. $550 is, nothing to shake a stick at. Some people, that's their week, that's what they make in a week, and to get that just kind of handed to you, it's pretty crazy. Like I said, I still got one here that looks pretty mint. I mean, if that comes back at 10, that's $350 right there. $400 somewhere in there. It's up there in price. So I will definitely. It's just free money at this point. So there's nothing wrong with that. But hopefully you guys have a good weekend. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or concerns, anything like that. We'll be probably doing that PSA order tomorrow night. So stay tuned for that. Have your push bell on. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.